Hi everyone, good morning. Once again, I welcome you to Jmite Fashion Academy online classes. Today we are looking at the essential elements of skirts. And I always remind us of this textbook, pattern cutting textbook. In case you don't have one, you can always contact the school. You can either come to the school and pick it up, or it will be delivered to you at your doorstep. Like I said before, our topic today is the essential elements of skirt. Now, what's the essential element of skirt? It's just the important parts of the skirt. That is what this means. And to this, that brings us to the meaning or the definition of a skirt. A skirt is the separate outer garment that covers a person from the waist downwards. And these skirts are typically worn by women. I can say all over the world, or in Africa especially. So I'm going to show us the features, the distinctive attributes or the components that make up a skirt. Number one is that. And what is that? That helps us, it helps to give the innovative shape of a garment. Anywhere you see a dart, it could be a front dart, it could be a back dart. It helps to do what? To show us or to give that innovative shape of a skirt. Then, next is what? Zip. And the use of zip is just to fasten a garment or a bag, etc. Fasten, to grip, to hold. That's the word. That's what the zip is all about. Now we're going to the steps of these essential elements of skirt. Number one, you cut 10 by 10 inches. Iron and fold into 2 equal. Number two, you measure 1 inch from the folded part. The third step there is you get the midpoint from the other measurement and rule down. As I'm ruling down these 4 inches, that 4 inches is that. So what you are ruling is that. The first dart leg is 4 inches. Then number 4, you measure 0.5 inch from the left and the right tip of the dart, which is the width of the dart. So the 4 inches is the length of the dart, while the 0.5 left and right is the width. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. This is the 4 inches. Then this is your left, this is your right. By the time you measure 0.5 here, you measure 0.5 at your right. This is the first dart leg. Then you now slightly roll it down. You slightly roll it down. This forms your dart. So that is why I said it, in step 3, you get the midpoint. After getting the midpoint, this is the midpoint, you bring it down 4 inches. Then the step 4, measurement. This is what I mean. You measure 0.5 at your left, 0.5 at your right, then rule slightly. So this is what that looks like. So having seen the essential elements of skirt, the theoretical part, I will be taking you to the practical part of it for better understanding. Stay tuned. You're welcome back. This is the practical aspect of the essential features of the skirts that I taught before. So the only thing you do is to cut your 10 by 10, then after cutting your 10 by 10, you fold into 2 equal, you iron. by that side you iron, you measure in 1 inch and rule down. Then the remaining part you measure, this is 4 inches. It was 5 inches. When you fold, this 10 by 10, when you fold, it's 5. Then when you take out one, it becomes 4 inches. You now measure 4 inches, get the midpoint of 4 inches. The midpoint of 4 inches is 2. Then you take it down, you get your 4 inches. It is the dart we are trying to get now. This is the 4 inches. But be sure you still measure whether it's 2 inches so that you get a straight line. 2 inches, 2 inches. Now you can now get a straight line. So this is the length of your dart. So getting the width of our dart now, you're going to get 0.5 at your right and left side. This is 0.5 my left, 0.5 at my right. Then you connect it to the length 4 inches. You do the second, the one at your right, connect to the 4 inches down. This way. So this is our dart. Before we start sewing, we want to transfer the dart. And how do we transfer the dart? It's very simple. You take your ruler, get the midpoint. Are you seeing what I'm doing? This is the midpoint there. Make sure you are seeing it here. So you start rolling. Then at the 0.5, you fix it, your ruler, place it very well. Then go this way. As you are rolling, you are looking at you're looking so that you'll be able to get, you will not pass the expected length, 4 inches. I'm doing transferring of that. That's what I'm doing. We call it transferring of that. I've transferred the mid part, I've transferred the left. Now let me transfer the right. Check it very well. Then you roll. This is what we call transferring of that. At the end of the day, this is what you're going to see. So the dart here has been transferred here. So we make it easy. Okay. Now we start sewing. The first thing you do there, I told you that zip. If you want to fix your zip, 7 inches. You measure 7 inches when fixing your zip. That's the length you will measure before fixing your zip. Now the remaining inches there, we are going to sew it down. So this is the first thing we are going to do now. I will sew this. Then use your pin to hold here. Let me do it right away. This remaining line. We are coming to it, but we're going to do first thing first. Okay. So let's get started. My power on. Then start sewing. Always use your hand wheel to start. That will start. Then you can come back. this is done, the next thing we do is your dart. So your dart. If you are sewing your dart, make sure that the middle, you pick on the middle and straighten it up. And start sewing. Now we're going to sew the second dart. We have finished the first dart. We are going to the second dart. We are done with the second dart. So the next thing we do, we are going to open this up. Take your pins out. You open here up for the zip. This is what you will get. You iron it very well. To get the line, you wear iron. Then iron these two. Like I told you, you iron it out so that you'll be able to be easy to fix your zip. It's relaxing. So what you're going to, the next thing we are doing now, we are fixing the zip. We're going to fix our zip right now. So this is how we start. You need to pin because this is your first time of learning how to fix zip. You need to pin it so that you will not make mistake along the line. The pin will guide you. Can pin one once or can pin it twice, it's okay. So we are starting right now. You need to zip down a little to enhance you so very close to the teeth of the zip. We are starting now. Then gradually you remove the pin. Then you can now take it off by taking the lever up. then you start sewing. Be careful with your hands. Just be careful with your hands. Start sewing. Continue sewing. When you get to the tip, you sew just a little. Okay. And you pin it with your needle. Then raise the lever up. Then come this way. You put it down. Here, you don't need to rush. You don't need to rush because we are not sewing. It's a very little area we are sewing there. So what you're going to do, you can be going with the hand, with the hand wheel. Okay, you stop. You take the lever up again, you turn it this way. So this is the last segment of what we are sewing today. Then continue with sewing. Make it straight and neat. When it's getting to this point, you can always pin it down, then raise this up, bring down your zip. So this takes us to the end of the practical teaching of the elements of skirts, which is the zip and the dart. So if there's any question to this, always let us know. We are there to answer any questions you want us to clarify you on. Thank you so much.